For this video, I'm gonna tell you guys about the meaning behind Chainsaw Man. If you guys don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you guys catch up, or I'm gonna send my government dog, Makima, after you. Bang! Not that one. There are a few important instances in Chainsaw Man, the story, where it becomes obvious what it's about. In chapter 1, the backstory of Denji is the most important of all. It tells us exactly who Denji represents. In this case, he represents the common person, the common man. Then the authority figure, Makima, comes to his rescue, and it's later revealed that she is the control devil. Now, it took them a long time to reveal that Makima is straight up the control devil, because that tells us a lot about who she is. She works for the government, and towards the end of that arc, what does the arc tell us? What does Makima explain to us? The reasoning and purpose behind what she's trying to accomplish. She wants to create a better world. So she acts as that government authority figure for Denji, the common man. So in this new arc, it's not that much different. And Tatsuki Fujimoto has introduced a new character that's not so new, Miri Sugo, the swordman. So Miri Sugo explains essentially the same thing. It's another authority figure entity, but instead of the government, we're now using the church. There's been a central theme into this entire second big arc, and it's been church, religion. So think about this. The entire story of Chainsaw Man is about Denji being used and abused by authority while dangling our dreams in front of us and all the human desires that we would want as ordinary people. For America, I like using the American dream. So Denji, he still wants a normal life, but these authority figures keep taking advantage of him. So if you're like me and think of Denji as this common man, this entire story of Chainsaw Man is just one big ass allegory of getting screwed by the authority. So Tatsuki Fujimoto has inserted this church metaphor into this story, and that has been the central theme of this entire arc. So when Miri Sugo goes to talk to Denji and Fumiko Mifune, his bodyguard, Fumiko Mifune is what? She is a public safety dog. So she is still acting as that government metaphor who is protecting Denji, this common dummy man who can't help himself. And now you have Miri Sugo, who represents the church as like a missionary or a representative of the church. He's trying to sway Dennis to join his church. It's kind of hilarious because Miri Sugo, he explains to Denji, look, I'm just like you. I've been used and abused by all these figures in my life. All I want to is a normal life. You know what? I get to work for this church. You know, I get to do some jobs. Some jobs I don't have to do if I don't want to. And I get to eat steak every day. But Fumiko and Denji's like, steak every day, you know, that'd be kind of nice. But, you know, Fumiko's like, yo, sushi, man. Sushi is where it's at. So it becomes even more funny because the way it's explained is Miri Sugo feels like he's free. But in reality, guys, he's a church dog himself. So Miri Sugo, he's going to attend Denji's high school, which Tatsuki Fujimoto sets him up to literally be the hot bad boy, that asshole that apparently girls like. Of course, what does Denji want? He wants bitches. And now he has this stiff competition right next to him that's handsome, that's getting all the fame, he's getting all the attention from all the other girls. And Denji's like, I ain't having none of this. First of all, Asa Mitaka is taking my shine. Now this little sword dude is taking all the high school bitches from me. So Miri Sugo, he is that asshole guy, attractive guy archetype. And he acts as that parallel character that's very similar to Denji's situation. They want the same thing. They want to have a normal life. So when he tries to recruit Denji into his own Chainsaw Man church, this Chainsaw Man church apparently has a bunch of other people just like him that could turn into devils and all that jazz. But he wants Denji to join him but not be the leader. He just wants Denji to just essentially be another worker, but a pretty higher up worker. And he'll just do some jobs here and there. And some jobs he doesn't even have to do. And of course, he could have any food he basically wants after that. But Denji's like, you know what? I don't really need all that. I kind of like my normal life already. And plus, him being a chair, you know, that's as close to booty that he'll ever get. And right now, you know, he has ass on his back. If you're touching butt cheeks, I guess you'd be pretty happy too. So Mirisugo, he reveals to Denji, hey look, ultimately why he's there is he is thankful of Denji for saving him from Makima. So that's ultimately why he's there, to thank him for that. But he says one little slick thing, and it's one thing the common man, every guy wants this, is to procreate. And for Denji, he wants the ultimate dream, unlimited bitches. So thinking of Chainsaw Man's story as this really big allegory behind the common man being controlled by these authority entities like the government and the church. These authority figures, they find every way possible to control your life. They want to control your dreams. They want to control the lustful things that you're after. They want to manipulate you and control you to do their bidding. And there's always some sketchy background, you know, Illuminati kind of thing that's going on that, you know, it's not really revealed just yet. So I love this chapter so much, guys. This entire chapter, it just fortifies what I already thought about Chainsaw Man. And all the serious matters that this Chainsaw Man story covers, I love it so much. It makes me connect to Tatsuki Fujimoto because we think very, very similar. And the way he changed all these metaphors, all these things that sound very boring, very serious, nobody likes politics and stuff like that, but he creates the humor out of that. And this chapter, this Chainsaw Man manga is my favorite manga for a reason. It's one of the few mangas that could just have me burst out laughing, and I usually don't laugh that much. I'm serious. Very serial. I like in this chapter they brought back the chair gag. This is the third time, right? So 3 times the charm. So at the end of the chapter, guys, what does Denji do? He falls into his desire of trying to get unlimited bitches. So as Mirisugo, he leaves, he's like, you could have had all these bitches, bro. You could have had them all. You could have had a harem. And of course, the common man is, in general, not that bright. So when we see boobs, when we see titties, we go after those titties. And that is how the chapter ends, guys. And you know what? I'm all for Denji getting wrapped up on all these things. He falls into honeypots. He falls into getting his wee-wee touched. And it's that easy sometimes for guys. And I love that Denji falls into that because that's just the story of life for dudes. This story has so much depth and it's so hilarious that I just hope everyone else catches the same thing that I'm catching. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I feel like I'm on the right path to seeing this Chainsaw Man story because I just feel like Tatsuki Fujimoto and me, we're very similar age. I think we see a lot of things very similarly too. So I just love it, man. I just love Chainsaw Man. I love Denji. I love this whole story right now. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. Chapter 139. I would love to know what you guys thought of it. And do me a favor, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog, otakusin.com. Check out my collectibles channel where I collect plastic and cardboard. I'll eventually make content over there. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.